Hi everybody, I'm Silvia and today I'm gonna tell you a story that, along with every other story about bad dates, starts with the app Tinder. I found this guy and I actually read his bio and he seemed kind of interesting, so I thought I'd give him a chance. And with that right swipe, I signed myself up for the worst date ever. Fast forward to date day, we decided to meet at 4 o'clock at a Starbucks near my house. So I get there a little bit before 4 o'clock and I get a text and he says, I'm gonna be a bit late. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. For me, a bit late is 5-10 minutes. For him, a bit late was between 25 and 30 minutes. Mind you, I'm not even inside the Starbucks, I'm standing outside. 30 minutes later, he shows up. First of all, he's not as tall as he told me he was. He was like, yeah, I'm 180. He was 166. Sure. So we walk in, and I'm like, I notice weird things about him. He isn't really looking at me. He goes to order, and then we go sit down. Then he introduces himself, because he didn't introduce himself outside for some reason. That's when I'm like, oh god, bloodshot red eyes. His eyes are glazed over, and he's just staring. And I'm like, fantastic, he's high. Mind you, drugs are extremely illegal in Korea. I just want to get out of here right now. But I'm like, okay, let's just talk to him, maybe he's a nice guy or something. I start talking, he isn't really talking. Awkward silences, I do not do that. And I'm like, please talk back to me. So I start asking him questions. He's just staring. He's literally just staring. And then he would snap back to reality and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, you're just so beautiful. Or, you're just extremely high, so you just don't know what is happening right now. It feels like I'm just, I don't know, this is extremely challenging to talk to this guy right now. I realized that I can say anything and he's not gonna notice. I keep talking basically about me, he's not saying anything, and I'm just talking about nonsense. I kid you not, he interrupts me in the middle of a sentence and says, are you down with 420 though? And I'm like, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it has something to do with weed. And he's like, oh, you're such a little baby, you probably never even tried smoking. Is that a bad thing? At this point, I'm just trying to get out of this date any way possible. I decided to say that I was going to meet a couple of friends, so I needed to check if they've texted me or something. So I pick up my phone, I text my friend and I'm like, can you please call me so I can get out of this date? And then she calls me and she's like, I don't know, she says something and I'm like, what? Really? Okay, oh, I'm sorry, I just lost track of time. Okay, I see you soon, bye! And I told him, oh, sorry, I was supposed to meet a couple of friends right now, so I have to go. I need to go home and change it that I'm leaving. And he's like, oh, let me walk you home. And I'm like, please don't. Yeah, sure. We walk a bit towards my house and then we get to a crossroads. And my house is that way, his house is that way, and I'm like, you don't need to follow me all the way home, you can just leave me here, you can walk to your house, I walk to my house, and we'll be fine. He goes from 0 to 100 in no time, and he gets really mad, and he's like, oh, you don't want me to know where you live, I don't know why you even agreed to go on this date with me if you don't even like me, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I am not a confrontational person at all. When people yell at me, I start crying. So I was with tears in my eyes, I was like, no, that's not it, I have to go. Then he calmed down again. And he was like, oh, okay, well, where's my hug? And I'm like, I really don't want to hug you right now, but I'm really scared, so I'm gonna give you a hug. So I gave him a hug, and then I start walking away, and he's like, you're not gonna contact me again, are you? Yeah, no. So I just start walking home. I don't text him again, and about a week later, I get a text from him, and he's like, see, I called it. And I'm like, why are you being like this? You are not a nice person. Just get on with your life, and we'll be fine. Thanks for watching my video, everybody. Have you ever been on a bad date? Leave it down in the comments below, press like, share it with all of your friends, and subscribe. And to watch our previous video, click the video on the left.